YouTube. I said YouTube. What's good, guys? Today's live is going to be on starts and sits and also buy low and sell high candidates. Yes, guys. And also ask me questions about tonight's game between the Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals, guys. So listen, if you got any questions about DFS, if Jamar Chase going to boom, is Joe Burrow going to have a high volume worth of throws? Ask it. So, guys, I'm going to bring in the countdown, and I'm going to let people come in the chat. And like as I say always, guys, get ready for these questions. So, thank you for tuning in, guys. What's good? What's good? Second take. Glad to see you here, bro. As always, you always showing support, bro. I appreciate it. But he says, let's go put his chat. He says, "What's up, bro? What's good, man? Let's get this money, bro. Let's win this week. Let's go." Second take says J. Rob or Javonte Williams. Okay, so let me see something about Javon because it's gonna be a tough matchup for Baltimore. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you to start J. Rob, man. I like that everybody knows on Jacksonville that you need to get J. Rob the ball. Travis Etienne is not there, so why are you giving Carlos Hyde targets and play? So I'm gonna tell you J. Rob just because Denver is playing Baltimore this week, and it's gonna be a tough matchup. Okay, so let me get to the next. Second take says AB, Woods, Deontay Johnson, Julio Jones, Tim Patrick, star 2. And also, guys, because I've been working on my technology, trying to get it right, let me know if I'm echoing, if the intro echoes or anything like that, the countdown. Let me know if it echoes. But I've been working on this mic, and hopefully this mic is working. So I appreciate everybody being here. So, yes, 2. I'm going to pick 2 for you, bro. I'm going to say AB, and Tim Patrick. Those are the 2 stars, bro. The rest of the guys are coming off injuries. It's a lot to be up for that. I don't know if Julio plays. Deontay, it looks like he's a full go in practice today. Woods has been struggling. He could have a good game, but I like AB and Tim Patrick. And AB, bro, is the slot on his team. So he's going to get peppered with targets, even if he don't have the big game that Mike Evans or Godwin have on the outside. He's still the most consistent. He's like a souped-up Cole Beasley. You know what Cole Beasley does for the Buffalo Bills, right? He's always leading targets. He ain't Stephon Diggs, but in a lot of weeks, he's more valuable than Stephon Diggs because teams are taking Stephon Diggs away. So that's why I call AB a souped-up Cole Beasley. And AB is a Hall of Famer in the slot. So this guy is probably the best slot receiver of all time. I said what I said, all time. So you playing AB and Tim Patrick, especially in tough matchups, AB is the guy that they go to. I said what I said. AB is the guy they're going to go to in tough matchups. So Tim Patrick and AB, bro. Great question. Second take says Gordon, AB, Kenny G, Westbrook, star 2. Okay, so Westbrook, I'm pretty sure you're talking about the guy that's come from Tennessee, the young receiver. But star 2, you didn't give me PPR standard, so I'm just going to assume I'm going to give you PPR. I'm going to give you a standard. AB, I'm playing in the PPR all day. Standard, I might play somebody else. But AB and I'm going to say AB and Kenny G in PPR. Standard, Kenny G, and AB. It's still Gordon. I'm not going to go out and trust Gordon the first week. So I'm not playing him. Westbrook, That's just a long stream. Like that guy. He had only reason why he played was because Julio was out with an injury. So I'm not going to go and just play that guy and rely on a win playing a guy like of that type of stature. So I'm gonna say AB and Kenny G. The second take says A-Rob or DJ Moore. DJ Moore. DJ Moore. What's going on, Rex? Hey, bro, you didn't ever see me email. I was gonna send you a shirt for your birthday. Wasn't it your birthday last week? So look, bro, if you want to, it's up to you. But send me an email, man. I'll send you a birthday, a Fantasy Good sports shirt for your birthday, bro. Appreciate you tuning in. Second take says, I want Najee Harris. What would I have to trade? It depends. So I'm gonna give you some guys. So some guys to sell high. To get Najee is different though. I just can't give you a guy. It probably is going to take a guy that you don't want to trade to get Najee at this point in time. You had a window, but before he got those 19 targets, and PPR, people are not going to give that away, especially the people who drafted him and really like Najee, they're not going to give him away. So you probably would have to give up 2 for 1. So if you have a deep bench, give up 2 guys to get him. I don't know who those 2 guys is. I don't know who you got, but you probably going to have to get two guys to get him because he got 19 targets. And anytime you get 19 targets as a running back in PPR, that is a number 1 type running back. He can be number 1 or number 2 anyway. So the second take says, this is my squad, okay? He says quarterback Stafford and Cousins. I love that. Running backs Aaron Jones, J-Rob, Javonte Williams, Michael Carter. I like that. Wide receivers Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, DJ Moore. That's a good team. A-Rob, Water, and Tim Patrick. Tight ends Pitts and Gosecki. Yeah, bro, you got to straight your squad straight. So let me see. What would you have to give up to get Najee Harris? Because you got DJ Moore, I would say Justin Jefferson. Hey, bro, I would just try to do with Aaron Jones and Najee Harris straight up. That's what I would do. Give up, go to Aaron Jones and get Najee. That's what I would do because actually Aaron Jones is the guy that I got for sale high. And listen, it's not that he's not a good player. It's just I don't trust his injury. So if you can get a guy that's going to start for you 17, 16 weeks, I'd rather get a guy like a Najee over Aaron Jones that could get hurt and let A.J. Dillon get work 2 to 3 times out of the season. So I'm going to tell you to go use Aaron Jones to get Najee Harris, bro. Rex says Chris Godwin, Chris Carson, or Terry McLaurin for the flex, half PPR. Scary Terry and Chris Godwin. What's going on, Big BS? What's going on, bro? Big BS says Beasley or IU full PPR. Beasley. And I really like IU. IU has more touchdown upside, but Beasley is a PPR monster. You got to start Beasley in PPR. You have to. Second take says also Kirk Cousins, Fields, or Sam Darnold to be my QB2 rest of the season in 1 quarterback league. Kirk Cousins, QB2 all day. I love Kirk Cousins. He's gonna have a really nice year this year. Second take also says all my leagues are PPR. Just go, for the future. Just to know for the future. Okay, all right, I got you, bro. That's all my leagues are PPR too, or at least half PPR. And someone like the Scott Fishbowl. Second take says Melvin Gordon, not Josh Gordon. Oh, okay. I was just making sure. Let me go back up. Let me see where you had your squad in. Okay, you might have put it in another question. Okay, But don't start Melvin Gordon. If you he's no different because I think I pretty much remember the answer. I still wouldn't start Melvin Gordon either. Lindell says Rams or Cards. Who you got? I got the Cardinals. I'm going with the Cardinals. I love that. I love that team. I said earlier this year before they even started that the Cardinals was going to win that division. I said what I said. Brett, what's going on, Brett? Glad to see you here, bro. Appreciate the support. But Brett says, do I start Tyler Boyd or wait for Josh Jacobs? Today, you got to start Tyler Boyd because T. Higgins is out. So I like Tyler Boyd in PPR, but if it's not PPR or half PPR, you got to go with Josh Jacobs. But listen, if you don't know if Josh Jacobs is going to be healthy and going to play Sunday, then you got to go with Tyler Boyd. I don't want to do something Thursday that's going to hurt me Sunday. So have your backup plan. That way, if you do play Tyler Boyd, you okay. You're not worried about Josh Jacobs being eligible Sunday because we still don't know yet. It's still questionable. So in PPR, in a vacuum, just because of T. Higgins be out, I'm going to tell you to play Tyler Boyd because Tyler Boyd is the best PPR guy on this team, especially when one of those three receivers is out. So I like Tyler Boyd a lot today. Martin Castillo, what's going on, bro? Glad to see you here, man. Thank you for tuning in to the channel. But he says, bruh, would you trade AJ Brown for Hollywood? I need a shirt, bruh. I got you. They $20. They're usually $20 to help support the channel. So yeah. Send me your email. Go to fantasygoodssports@gmail and just let me know. Say, hey, this is Martin Castillo. And then that way, when I do get the shirts, because I'm getting the shirts made now. When I get the shirts, then I'll go ahead and send you one, bruh. But they are 20. Only way you can get one for the free ski is you got to be your birthday. And I'm going to also be giving some giveaways from my OnlyFans. So if you subscribe to my OnlyFans, bruh, I give you one for free. But them the only ones to get one. But I got you, bruh. I got some shirts coming, guys. And I'm going to show you to them. Here's one of them right here. You see the shirt? That's one. I'm going to get some other ones made a little bit different. But this is a shirt too, bro. Okay. Oh, Lord. It didn't fail, guys. Sorry about that. Okay. There we go. All right. But yeah, I got shirts coming, guys. I got hats. I got some other things coming down the line. But right now, I'm just concentrating on shirts and hats. The second take says J-Rob over under 14 fantasy points. I'm going to say over. I'm going to say he hits 14. I say it's a tie. So I think it's 14 right on the dot. 14 point something. I do believe he get 14. So play J-Rob tonight, guys. You got to. If you ain't going to play him tonight, then when you going to play him? I don't know when you're going to play him. Rex says, hopefully under, I'm going against J-Rob. Yes, okay. Yeah, he got a chance to hit big tonight, though, because they know what they got to give him the ball. They gave him the ball last week. He had a good game. So I think they still try to get him the ball. But yeah, Rex, if you want a shirt, just let me know. If not, that's fine, bruh. Brett S says, me to Rex, 4 points, please. Got you. You're trying to get that dub. Carlito's way. What's going on, Carlito? Glad to see you here, bruh. But Carlito says, bruh, I need to flex full PPR. Expert says, sit Damian Harris this week against Tampa. Yes, you got to. He said, AB, Michael Pittman, Emmanuel Sanders, Tim Patrick, also Lamar Jackson versus Denver, or Jalen Hurts versus Kansas City. Need to full PPR. Okay, so I'm saying AB and let me see, between Emmanuel Sanders and Tim Patrick, I'm going to go Emmanuel Sanders. AB and Emmanuel Sanders. And then you said Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts. Lamar Jackson all day, bro. Jalen Hurts don't compare to Lamar Jackson. I don't care who Lamar Jackson playing, bro. You play him. He's play proof. Don't worry. It's early in the season. He's gonna get everything's gonna be great, bro. Lamar Jackson is a league-winning quarterback. So, Lamar Jackson all day. Lindell, what's going on, bro? He said, my buddy trying to trade me Debo or Sutton for Dak. Colin is my QB1. Yeah, go get Dak. Dak is going to be a league-winning player, bro. You can get Dak. There's a couple other quarterbacks, like 5 or 6 quarterbacks out there that's really good. You can go get. But I would give up Debo or Sutton for Dak if I needed that all day long. Second take says, Minnesota or Browns, who you got? I'm taking Minnesota. That's just me. I could be wrong, but I'm taking Minnesota. I picked them in the pick of the week. I picked Minnesota. Joy Bree, what's going on, Joy? Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Glad to see you here, bro. Great fantasy channel, great fantasy community. But Joy says, should I trade Robert Woods for Corey Davis and Mike Gosecki? My current tight end is Goddard. Should I trade Robert Woods for Corey Davis? I'm not telling you to touch nobody on the New York Jets offense. And not even to get Mike Gosecki. He only got all those targets because Brissett played. When Tua was playing, he wasn't getting all those targets. So I'm going to say no to that, bro. I'm going to say no to that. Robert Woods is going to be okay, too. He's going to get some targets because people are going to take Cooper Kupp away. So Robert Woods could actually be good this week. I really think that because they're going to try to take Cooper Kupp away and make Robert Woods beat him and make Matthew Stafford throw it to Higbee and Robert Woods and take the deep ball away from Deshaun Jackson. So Cooper Kupp and Deshaun Jackson, don't let them get behind you or Van Jefferson and make Robert Woods beat you. So I like Robert Woods to get a lot of PPR targets this week. The second take says, did I win this trade? In a super flex league, I traded Carr and J-Rob and got Mac Jones and JT. In redraft, it's possible. Taylor could get going. But Carr is playing out of his mind. So I'm going to say no. And I wouldn't have done like Dynasty. I can see you doing that because you got you got a young quarterback and a young running back. But the redraft, as in right now, it depends on if you got a good quarterback. If you got a good quarterback, then yeah, it's a solid trade because you don't really necessarily need Carr. If you got a quarterback that's better than Carr. You said my quarterbacks now are Mahomes, Herbert, Heineke, and Mac Jones. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that was a good trade because you got Mahomes and Herbert. So you don't need them quarterbacks. But I know you're playing in like a 10 team or 8-man league. So I get it. So yes, it was good to go off with Jonathan Taylor because he probably gonna get going later in the season, and you want to have him on your team. And right now it's the perfect chance for you to trade for him. So bro, that was a good trade according to the quarterbacks that you have. So yeah, I agree with that, bro. Good job, second take. So second take says Jamar Chase or AB. That's tough. That's tough, guys. It's really tough. But I'm against Jacksonville, I'm going to go with Jamar Chase. I like AB. It's close. It's a tie. But I'm going to go with Jamar Chase because of the matchup. That's the only reason why the matchup is making me say Jamar Chase. But, bro, this is very close because Jamar Chase just has a great matchup. AB got a tough matchup, but he's the go-to guy, and ain't nobody can score AB in the slot in the whole league. Ain't no corner. So that AB is play-proof. Ain't no corner shutting him down. But Jamar Chase got an easy matchup tonight. They might try to double team him, so I don't know. But I'm going to tell you Jamar Chase, bro. Great question. Kirk Cousins or Jalen Hurts? Kirk Cousins. Look, Jalen Hurts is good. He has the legs. He got a safe floor. But listen, Kirk, if Dalvin plays, then I would say Jalen Hurts. But if Dalvin don't play, I'm especially going to Kirk Cousins. So Dalvin Cook is the key. So if Dalvin Cook don't play, Kirk Cousins. Dalvin Cook plays, go to Jalen Hurts. Second take also says Pitts or Gosecki. Okay, so if you need a tight end for next week and this week, like you need to win immediately with your tight end, then I would say go to Gosecki. But if you don't, you don't have to have him. You just want somebody who's going to be great, who can actually push for like Waller and Kelsey numbers. It's Pitts. And that's later in the season. So Pitts is the guy that you can wait on and groom him. And then as the season gets later, he gets more targets. He can be a league-winning player. So Gosecki right now, Pitts for the long haul. Brett asks, what's going on, Burrow? He said, has the NFL figured out how to stop Tyreek? Yes, they double team him and triple team him deep. So if you don't got no other receivers that's going to kill you, that's going to beat one-on-one coverage, then Tyreek is in trouble because they just saying, Travis Kelce, you can have 18 catches. We don't care. We're just going to come up and tackle you, let you catch it, come tackle you. They kick field goals. Tyreek, you ain't catching nothing deep. So they're going to have to use Tyreek short game. He's not, when he running deep, he's getting safeties funneled over to him. So when he runs crossers, slants, and curls, he's one-on-one. So I believe they're going to have to change the game plan up. Seeing Josh Gordon and Travis Kelce deep and seeing Tyreek Hill short. Great question, though, bro. Great question, Brett. Lindell says, I have Dak on my bench. Oh, okay. He has offered me Debo or Sutton. For Dak, okay, now, if those are only two quarterbacks, I wouldn't do it. You don't need Debo and Sutton. You got a good team, and I know your team, Lindell. You good. You don't have to do it. But if I misinterpreted the question again, just put it back in the chat and let me know. But if he's trying to get that from you and offer you Debo or Sutton, hell no. Don't do it. I wouldn't do it. Juan, what's going on, Juan? Glad to see you here, bro. This is a great channel, man. Hopefully you subscribe to the channel and also subscribe to my OnlyFans where I give cutting edge and rankings on my OnlyFans. But Juan says, should I trade CMC for Diggs? I have Eckler, Gibson. Okay, should I trade CMC for Diggs? I have Eckler, Gibson, and Patterson. Currently, half PPR lead. 1 to 2 PPR league. Okay, my receivers are Julio Jones, Marvin Jones, and Godwin. Nah, I still wouldn't do it. I wouldn't trade CMC for Diggs. I would trade CMC for Diggs and something else, like a less tier player. Yeah, if he can give you one more player, get one more player out the deal, then I say do it. Joy, what's going on, Joy? Joy says, also got offered Noah Fant and Jacoby Myers for Goddard and Woods. You can do that. If you in PPR, bro, and you don't like Goddard and Woods and you just want to make a move, it's okay. You can do that because Jacoby Myers is going to get peppered. He getting 8 to 9 targets every week. Noah Fant is going to get targets. Now, what he's going to do from week to week, I don't know because he's a tight end. But it's better than Goddard. I believe Noah Fant will be better than Goddard, so I get it. Robert Woods, I think he's going to be really good coming down in the second half of the season. So I just don't want to get rid of him just because he's not doing good now because you could regret it later when he picks up. Gabriel, what's going on, bruh? He says, no question today. I'm just here because of the community and the great content. Appreciate it, bruh. As always, 100, bruh. I appreciate that. Carlito Way says, thanks, bruh. Also, thanks for that Madison advice last week. Anytime, bruh. I try my best. I'm not perfect, but I think I'm right a lot more times than I am wrong. And like I said, it's my opinion. It's your team. I'm never going, you know what I'm saying? It's your team. You don't got to listen to what I'm saying. You can use my advice and take it how you take it. Okay, so Tron, what's going on, Tron? Glad to see you here, bro. This is a great community, great fantasy football content. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and also subscribe to my OnlyFans too. Really good content over there too. I'm growing more and more on my OnlyFans, so I'm providing a lot of things over there. But Tron says, should I drop Tannehill for Cousins? He looks as a safe 20 points per week. You can do that. Tannehill has a nice matchup, but I don't know about his weapons this week. So if you want to go for Cousins, I think Cousins, to be honest, because I got Tannehill, Cousins is going to do a little bit better than Tannehill. So let's just say Tannehill finishes as the quarterback 10. I think that Cousins could finish as the QB 7. So I believe he's 3 spots better than Tannehill. So if you want to play Cousins, bro, go ahead and make that swap. It ain't too much gain, but I get it because I can see where Cousins going, and that Cousins going to be better than Tannehill in my opinion. So I get it. So you can do that. Tyler, what's going on, Tyler? Glad to see you here, bro. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you're not, then I apologize, but thank you for tuning in anyway. But Tyler says, do I start Corey Davis or Rondell Moore? Everybody's healthy over there in Arizona. It's a tough matchup. I'm going to go ahead and say Rondell. Usually, I don't like to tell nobody to play a third or fourth receiver over a starting wide receiver. I don't care. Like, Allen Robinson hasn't had good games, but I'm not starting no slot receiver over him if I picked him up because I don't play that fantasy. I don't play fantasy that way, bro. I don't take players and try to, this guy that just came in and they never played before might have a better week than Corey Davis. And Corey Davis is the number 1 receiver on the team. And even though he's having 7 or 8 points, I don't care. So it's your team. You should do what you feel comfortable with. But my advice is I probably would go ahead and play Corey anyway. But Rondell can outboom him. That's just hard to play fantasy that way. That makes you have to be like special or be able to read the future. And I can't do that. I can just read trends and I can just know players and their trends. So the trend is Corey Davis number 1. He's gonna get 10 targets. Rondell Moore can have a big play. He got 4 targets and 2 big plays. So it's what you want. If you want the big play, Rondell can have it. Corey Davis he gonna get targets. That's all I can guarantee is he gonna get targets. But great question though, Tyler. Really great question. Nathan, what's going on, Nathan? Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Nathan, glad to see you here, bro. Really great community and great content. But Nathan says, would you trade Brandy Cooks for Water in Dynasty? Yes, I would, bro. Hurry up and do that right now. Now, if it was redraft, I would say no. But hurry up and do that now. Like, let me know when you've done it. Like, do it now. Like, now, bro. I thought Waddle was going to be like a big play guy, like 4 catches, 5 catches. He might be like a target guy with like 12 targets, and he can go deep on you, especially when the quarterbacks get better or Tua evolves or whoever is the quarterback there. So, bro, go do that now. Yeah, right now, bro. Do that. Yeah, I like that trade. Max, what's going on, Max? What's going on, bro? Subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you're not, then I apologize, but I think I've seen you here before. So thank you for tuning in again, bro. But Max says, bro, Julio fighting injury. What you think? You probably can't play him. So you're going to have to go ahead and get your backup plan and wait it out. And even if he does play, if he don't practice all week, I'm not doing that with Julio because it's against the Jets. They're not going to use him enough for me to get the fantasy value out of him. So I would say, bro, go ahead and pivot to something else. That's what I'm doing. I got Julio. Also, guys, I'm going to give you some buy low and sell highs, too. So I'm going to answer a few more questions, and then I'm going to give you some buy lows and sell highs. So the second take says Hill and Justin Jefferson over under 40 fantasy points. Hill. What Hill are you talking about? Let me know what Hill. Let me know what Hill. Ask that question again, second take, because I don't know what Hill you're talking about. Tron says, I wouldn't start neither of them at Tyler. C. Okay. Nope, not if I didn't have to, but he gave 2 guys, so I agree with that. But out of those 2 guys, I'm going with the guy who's gonna get the most targets. I'm not playing the crapshoot, but it can hit. It can hit. Yeah, good. I agree with that, Tron. Good advice. Max says, but let me start with what's up, TD. Oh, you good, bro? What's up, bro? What's going on? Glad to see you here as always, bro. So C. Frant. That's what I'm gonna call you, bro. C. Frant, the man. CF Frant, the man. Whatever that name is, bro. I don't want to destroy it, so I'm gonna call you C. But hey, thank you for tuning in, C. This is a great fantasy football channel, man. I give great content, bro. Cutting edge content. So C says I have Ridley, Evans, Thielen, Debo, IU, Cooks, and Shepard. PPR league. Should I trade Debo and Thielen for Diggs? Okay. Should I trade Debo and Thielen for Diggs? Debo, Thielen. I like Thielen. I don't know if I would trade Thielen. I would trade Evans and Debo for something. So I don't know if I would go Diggs. I don't know if I would go another player. If you like Diggs, that's fine. Go Evans and Debo and get Diggs and another player. So I think Evans is a sell high guy. I would sell him high right now because I'm not playing musical chairs with this offense and trying to figure out who's going to get targets. I trust Antonio Brown. That's the only guy I'm playing. Now, if I got Godwin, I'm okay with Godwin too because he kind of is the number one on there. But Evans is like a pacifier. Like I'm just going to throw it to him for touchdowns. So I would say Evans and Debo, I would trade those two guys to get Diggs if that's what I wanted to do. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. He says Jesus loves you. Appreciate that. Okay, let me go back up. I went down too far. Okay. So, all right, one more. I'm gonna do one more question, and then I'm gonna do my buy lows and sell highs, guys. So, Tyler C said, "Trying is them 2 or Robbie Anderson." Robbie Anderson, I can see you playing Robbie Anderson. I would play Robbie Anderson because of the offense that he owns, especially with CMC go out. So I would say Robbie Anderson, Tyler, over Rondell Moore, who gives a long shot. Now, like I said, his upside is bigger than both of them. Rondell Moore's upside is bigger than not Robbie Anderson, but Rondell Moore is bigger than Corey Davis. And let me see, who was the other guy? I'm sorry. And Corey Davis and Rondell Moore. So yeah, Rondell Moore his upside is bigger than Corey Davis. But that doesn't make me feel good when he's not going to get in targets. Now, Robbie Anderson, I know they're trying to get him the ball because CMC is out and they still know Robbie's there. So I would play Robbie over those two. Okay, so listen, guys, I'm going to give you some buy low guys, and I got a list. It's a pretty nice list. So I'm going to give you a list. If you want to ask questions after I give you the list, that's fine. But I also got to sell high, but it's not as long. So guys that I'm trying to buy low, if I don't have them on my team, is DK Metcalf. I like DK. He only had one boom week. I just like Russell Wilson throwing it up to DK. That's a positive game script. That's a negative game script. It doesn't matter the game script. They're going to have targets. So I love DK. You can buy low on DK. And in the beginning of the season, you would have had to put something high out there for DK. But right now, you can get DK. I'm pretty sure you can get DK for way less than what you can get him for in the beginning of the season. So I don't know what you can give up for him, but I'm pretty sure it's nice. So just kind of send a little bit of trades here and there. You don't got to send that high and see what the owner of a DK think. So then that's for all these guys. So the next one is Jalen Waddle. I like Jalen Waddle. He's a buy low guy. Just because he's a rookie, people don't like the quarterback there. You can get him low. And then that quarterback system is going to work out. They got good coaches. So no matter who's the quarterback, Jalen Waddle is going to get targets. You've seen that last week. Another guy that's real special, and this is my special guy of the week, is Rashard Bateman. Yes, he's a great buy low guy. He's going to be the number one on Baltimore over Mark Andrews, too. He's the best route runner. I haven't seen Marlon Humphrey get beat all year, but Rashard Bateman beat him continuously in practice. So I'm just giving you that caveat, how good Rashard Bateman is. Dalton Schultz, Blake Jarwin isn't healthy yet. He's not ready to be the number one tight end. So Dalton Schultz is getting those targets. So Dalton might, because you got 3 killer receivers, they might not guard Dalton. So I think Dalton could be a guy that you can stream and you might stash him. Kyle Pitts, another buy low guy. I think later on the season, from week 8 on, or even, it could be earlier, Kyle Pitts can be a really good tight end for you. He's better than a lot of these other tight ends out here. Devontae Smith, he's had 2 bad games. They're going to get better. They're going to play like lesser opponents. They're not going to be playing a tough opponent every week. So Devontae Smith will have some good work and good opportunities against lower tier teams. Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is getting better week by week with his knee injury. So buy low on Joe Burrow now before he goes crazy tonight or even after tonight. So go ahead and get Joe Burrow if you need a quarterback. I think you can do it. Jerry Jeudy, he's hurt. You can go get him. People were trying to win, especially if that guy is losing. He's 1-2. You can get Jerry Jeudy from him. Another one is Pat Freiermuth. Pat is the number 1 tight end on this team. Big Ben cannot throw the ball down the field like he used to. So what is an easy throw for him? The running back and then the tight end. So I think Pat has potential to have 8+ touchdowns this year, even 10 maybe. Because if Big Ben stays the quarterback, I don't know if he is, but Pat is a guy that's is really good and is going to get a lot of targets in the green zone. Another guy is Jonathan Taylor, and I told y'all that earlier. Jonathan Taylor is a guy, he hasn't played good, but when Quick Nelson comes back and they focus on this run game, Jonathan Taylor will get all the green zone touches. Nyheim Hines is not touching it. They're trying to trade Marlon Mack right now. So Jonathan Taylor, go trade for him, but don't give up nothing too much for him because he ain't done nothing. So the other owner, if he want to, especially if the guy's losing, like if he off to an 0-3 start, he might think he should get a lot for Jonathan Taylor, but no, he hasn't done anything. So you can give somebody like even Jamal Williams for him because Jamal Williams' value is better than Jonathan Taylor right now. So I said what I said. Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette is as long as he stays healthy, he's the guy that I'm targeting for green zone touches. Every week, he's not going to be booming, but if I'm going to target a running back, Leonard Fournette is a guy. So Leonard Fournette is a guy that you can stash for when the buys come up and you got Leonard Fournette, you can start him. Michael Thomas, the wide receiver from the New Orleans Saints. If that owner is struggling, he's 0-3, you can go get him. So you give up something. You ain't got to give up nothing crazy. You can go get, because he needs Mike Thomas. So if you got like a Jamal Williams or I'm trying to think of some guys. Kyle Pitts, and this is more dynasty talk, but guys that aren't too high, but they like mid-tier type receivers or mid-tier running backs, you can go get Michael Thomas. If Michael Thomas comes back, which I think he will be healthy, this is 10+ targets a game. He's going to get 10 targets. So go after Michael Thomas, especially if that owner of him is out, let's say he 0-3. So the next guy is Justin Herbert. And I know you're like, well, it's Justin Herbert. But listen, people think that was just one little fluke game. Listen, I would give up something nice for Herbert. He's the guys. This is the number 1 quarterback, if you ask me, in fantasy football right now, other than like Lamar Jackson. I like Lamar Jackson because, listen, if you stop him in the pass game, he can run you to 20 points. No other quarterback can do that. No other quarterback, maybe Jalen Hurts, maybe. But Lamar Jackson can throw for 2 picks and still give you 25 points. You tell me another quarterback can throw 2 picks and give you 20 points. So that's why I believe. But Justin Herbert is the next guy. Go get him, guys. I don't know what it takes. But if you think your quarterback is not scoring high enough and you got some good bench players like a running back and stuff and you don't need them, you got to work, well, who do I play? Take those guys and use it to go get Justin Herbert, because Justin Herbert to me is the GOAT. He's going to be the best quarterback of this season. And let me see. And another guy is Brandon Ayuk. So I like Brandon Ayuk. And I told people, don't get rid of him. Don't drop him. Because, guys, it was coaches. He's chastising young players. Don't get, he didn't get no targets. He didn't even play. He's got to go through his, the coach is teaching him how to play and practice. So if he don't like that, he's not going to play him. So he knew with Ayuk, he knew he was going to be okay the first 2 or 3 games. So he chose not to play Ayuk. But Ayuk got a lot of work last week. So Ayuk is the guy that you pick up. So let me go back to some more questions, guys. Thank you for being patient with me. But second take says, did I make a mistake in taking Hill instead of Najee Harris in a PPR league? Hill, who? What? What hill? I'm trying to think. What hill is that? Hey, second take, put what hill you talking about? But no, you didn't make a mistake picking up no Najee Harris, bro, in PPR. That's what I'm saying. I like Najee. I think Najee is going to get 7 to 8 targets in the passing game going forward, as long as Big Ben is in there. Tron says, at C1, you are giving too much. Keep Thielen. Yes, I agree with him. I will keep Thielen too. Second take says, Hurts or Russ? I guess I would say Hurts just because of the negative game script. But I don't think I get it second take because you in a like a short league, man. So you always gonna have to make these decisions. But I don't want to make a decision between a quarterback every week, like Hurts or Russ. Who's playing? Who's got the best matchup? Because that's tough. You can play Hurts and Russ go off, or you can play Russ and Hurts go off because they both are starting quarterbacks. So you're not gonna know who to pick every week because if you go by matchup, sometimes you can play the number 1 defense and score the highest. So I would say Hurts because of the negative game script and Kansas City scoring a lot of points. If Kansas City scores a lot of points, Hurts gonna have to be on the field a lot and throw it a lot, and that's gonna be more for him. Second take says Stafford or Cousins. Stafford all day long, bro. Tron says then Rondell Moore for the upside as D-Hop will be shadowed by Ramsey. Yep. And the other wide receivers will have a better game. I agree with him. That's why I like AJ Green. You can play Rondell, but if he ain't getting 7 to 8 targets and I haven't seen, I don't feel comfortable telling you that. So I'm gonna go with the guy that's giving you the most targets, as I said already. But but Tron is making some good comments. So I agree with Tron what he's saying. Joy says, thanks for answering the questions now. Just going to watch. You good, bro. Anytime, man. Anytime. Hey, make sure you subscribe, Joy, if you haven't already. Glad you're here, bro. So, Max says, who would you start in the flex? Cordell Patterson, Jamar Chase, D. Smith, Melvin Gordon, Julio Jones, Sterling Shepard. Jamar Chase. I don't know if Sterling Shepard is going to be healthy. If Sterling Shepard was healthy, I would tell you to play him, especially in PPR. So right now, I'm just going to tell you Jamar Chase. Max says Shepard might be out. Yeah, so I'm not going to tell you Shepard because he might be out. Prop bet is just a good idea for J-Rob and Tim Patrick to score a touchdown this week. Yes, it's a good, yes. J-Rob, I would bet on that, and Tim Patrick. I would bet on that this week, too. It's not a bad prop bet. Second take says, also, Fins or Packers. You told me in the comments, but can you explain now? Okay. So he says Finn, and I told you Miami. Didn't I tell you Miami, right? I could have told you, because I got pick'ems and stuff. So I don't want to say what I didn't tell you. Let me see, Packers, Fins and Packers. So I would go. I think the Fins are going to play him really good. I think the Dolphins are going to play him really good. But I would go Packers because it's Aaron Rodgers. He's the best quarterback. But I do think Fins can win this game. I could be off. I'm not. You just don't pick the best. This is the best team. It's the NFL. Teams lose. So I think the Dolphins have a shot. But Packers, if I got money on it, I'm going Packers all day. And I'm sorry, Burrow, if I forgot what I told you. Tron says, thanks, man. Yeah. Also, Julio and AJ are injured. Yep. So I'm not very confident in him after this and this slow start. Yes. I think he's going to be okay. If he can get the injuries under control, Julio, he'll be okay going down the stretch. But I'm not playing him this week. What's going on, Mike? Mike says, do I start Lockett, Edmonds, Deontay Johnson, or Sutton at the flex? 1 point PPR. I appreciate you, bro. Anytime, Mike. I love that debate last night in the She Talks Football. I agree with you. He had some points, but I agree with what you were saying. He was being disingenuous to Chucky. So I agree with you. But he says, do I start Lockett, Edmonds, Deontay Johnson, or Sutton in the flex. I like Lockett. He had a little bit of an injury, but his upside is crazy. But it don't happen every week, and I'm a DK guy, so I believe DK. But it could be Lockett. But I think it's Lockett because Sutton's playing against Baltimore. Maybe they put Marlon Humphreys on him. Deontay coming off an injury where he didn't play last week. Chase Edmonds, he don't get any goal line touches. That don't mean he's not going to score points. He's a safe PPR guy, so you can play him. But Lockett, he PPR and he can boom. So I'm going to tell you Lockett, Mike. Great question. Okay, let me go up. I think it scrolled down too fast. Okay. All right, so Brett S. says, with CMC out, is it finally a good week to start Terrence Marshall Jr.? By the way, doing a great job. Love the content. Thank Brett. No, it's not. You can play him if you're in a deep, deep league. But, Robbie Anderson hasn't been getting targets either. And you got DJ Moore. And then, yeah, he can get a couple targets, but it's going to be enough to win you a fantasy week? I don't know. So I still think this is a Robbie Anderson pacify game where we try to get Robbie Anderson the ball. I don't know if it's Terrence Marshall quite yet. There's just so many avenues to the offense. They got Chuba, they got DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson. So, yeah, I say no. I say unless you had to, it's okay if you got to. Tyreek, okay. So you said, let me go back up. I thought you was talking about Tyreek. I thought so, second take. So let me go back up, bro. Let me see what you said. I'm going to go back and find it. Let me go back and find it. Okay, he said, did I make a mistake taking Tyreek Hill instead of Najee Harris? No, you got to take, especially in PPR. Now, if it was standard, you could have. But in PPR, you go with Tyreek Hill. Be patient. You got to be patient. Like Tyreek is still good. He's not dropping balls. He just they double team him. So that Andy Reid, I trust Andy Reid to switch up the game script. Now, do Tyreek go for 240 yards? No. But do he go for 120 or 90 with a tug? Yes. So he's going to be okay. Good question, second. He says, second take says Tyreek Hill and Justin Jefferson under 40 points. Over or under 40 points. Together, I'm saying over 40 points. Together, I got to go over 40 points together, bro. Yeah, that's even though if it don't happen, you can't be mad at that. You can't bet it under. You can't bet it under. So even if it don't hit, bro, you got to go with that over because those guys they're getting targeted and they're getting deep targeted too. I see. What's going on? I see. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Bro, glad to see you here. I don't know if it's bro or, if female, but I'm pretty sure you're a brother. But appreciate you being here, man. But he says, should I trade TJ Hawkinson? He had a terrible week. No, you can't because tight ends they don't come a dime a dozen. So you hold on to TJ Hawkinson and ride that wave as much as you can. If he give you dud, I don't know what else. If you ain't got Travis Kelce or Darren Waller, I don't know what else. Kittle is really nothing else to go to. So TJ Hawkins is up there with those guys after Kelce. So I would say keep him. TJ Hawkinson for Mark Andrews. No, not with Rashad Bateman coming back. So I would say TJ Hawkinson. Sean Bonds, what's going on, bro? Glad to see you here. Hey, he says one running back and one the rest of the season. Dylan is a stash. That's all he is right now. So just stash him if you got room on your bench. He says Tony Jones and Barber, Knox, Ertz, and Tunyon. One running back and one rest of the season. So one running back, I would say Dylan. If you don't need the win right now, you don't need to put Barber in this week. Stash Dylan because when he get that work, bro, it's gonna be 20 points. It's gonna be 20 points. And then you said one rest of the season between Knox, Ertz, and Tunyon. I'm going to go ahead and go with Knox right now because he on the efficient offense. I like Ertz, but I don't know how many times they're going to be a negative game script. So Ertz is my favorite player out of that group because, he's a veteran. You know what he can do. He's still, he knows how to run routes. He's a really great route runner. But Knox is a good athlete, and he's playing with a top passing offense. So I would say Knox is just going off targets, but Ertz, I like him personally. But Tunyon, I would move on from him because he just touchdown or nothing. And there's a lot of I'd rather have Kyle Pitts than have Tunyon. Tunyon is just a touchdown or bust. Kales, what's going on, Kales? Glad to see you here. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'm pretty sure I've seen you before, so thank you for tuning in. But Kale says, how do you feel about Djax in the Rams offense? If you are a guy and you like 2-1 or 3-0 and you winning your leagues and you're doing really well, pick up Deshaun Jackson and put him in the flex. That way you got high upside right there. You waiting for a big touchdown. So I'm not going to do that if I'm 0-3, but if I'm 3-0 or 2-1, you can play him in the flex and hope for that upside every week because you're winning, right? You 6-1, you 5-1 or 5-2. Put Djax in the flex and let him give you that boom upside. Ian, what's going on, Ian? What's going on, bro? Hit that like button, guys. Yes, hit that like button. Let's get the likes up in here, guys. Let's get the likes up. I appreciate everybody being here. Carlito's Way says, got with Rashad Bateman, stashed in IR, bro. 100, fire. He's the man. Well, I'm telling you guys, go get Rashad Bateman. Go get him now. He's going to be a beast. Lamar Jackson, going to take Lamar Jackson passing numbers up to a whole nother level. This guy beat Marlon Humphrey. Marlon Humphrey is a top 3 corner and could be number 1. And the reason why I say he could be number 1, so check this out. He can travel anywhere. He can guard tight ends. He can guard slot receivers and outside wide receivers. Number 1 beside, he can guard anybody anywhere. Even Deion didn't go in the slot that much. So Marlon Humphrey is really good. And Rashad Bateman was getting the best of him in practice. So that tells me a lot. That's all I need to know. And that's all I need to say to tell y'all to go get Rashad Bateman. What's up, Uncle Phil? What's going on, bro? He said, what's up, my boy TD? What's going on, bro? Glad to see you here as always. Show a lot of love, bro. I appreciate it. IC says, Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is nice. I just want to make sure I think you just want me to break him down. Kyler Murray, top 3 quarterback. You got to have these quarterbacks. You got to have Lamar. And I put a video and I said this. You got to have Lamar. You got to have Kyler Murray. You got to have Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes, any mobile quarterback is how you win your leagues. So Kyler Murray is a phenom. So yeah, Kyler Murray is nice, bro. Okay, Ian Taylor says, you think Trey Lance is going to take over the starting quarterback this year by week 7? I don't know if it's week 7. I think it's all determining what their record is. If they a playoff team and Jimmy is starting and he's not turning the ball over, they're going to ride Jimmy out. If they start losing games and it look like they might not make the playoffs, they put Trey Lance in. If Jimmy gets hurt, they put Trey Lance in. So it's more opportunities for Trey Lance to come in than it is for Jimmy to stay there. So I would say, yes, he comes in. But if you say it's like week 7, like this year on the bye, then I don't know about that. But I believe eventually he does come in and has a role, like a starting role. Because I don't know if that team goes to the playoff, Jimmy plays very well and he doesn't turn the ball over and don't get hurt. That's all the things he got to be true for Trey Lance not to come in. And it's true so far. But it's been withering as far as him playing good, turning the ball over. A rookie quarterback can do that and have more upside. So yeah, man. Trey Lance, I do believe he gets in, but I don't know about week 7. Kale says, what do I do with Robbie Anderson? You hold on to him as long as you got room. So this week, I think you play him this week, and if he don't get no targets, then you can drop him. But if he get like 7 or 8 targets, but it ain't still a great game, you still stash him because they're not going to be able to give it to DJ Moore and you know, CMC is out. They're not going to be able to do that the whole year. So Robbie Anderson will have a time. That's why, guys, I tell y'all, if you're doing well with your team, don't sit around and do a fire drill and get rid of your players. So Robbie Anderson will be okay, in my belief. Okay. Joey said, I got you, bro. Thanks. Thank you, bro. Anytime, man. Thank you, Max. You the man too, bro. You the man. I love this community, guys. The community is what drives me. I'm tired. I've been at work all day. I've been working in a data center. But I pushed through. That's why, guys, I asked y'all to work with me. I don't do a lot of videos like I did in the off season because, guys, I come home, I ain't got time. I got to do the lives. I ain't got time to do individual videos and then do a live and then be able to go to sleep and take a bath and go to work. So that's why I'm trying to do this and get monetized. That way I can come here and do this full time, guys. So by y'all supporting me, you help that by subscribing to my OnlyFans. So, yeah, guys, I appreciate y'all. Like I said, y'all, this community, it motivates me to come in here and do these lives every day and go for an hour, a little bit longer to answer y'all questions. Because I want to see you all get this championship. Because I know I am. My pocket's going to get fat after this year. I said what I said. Okay. Michael Reyes. What's going on, Michael? Glad to see you here, bro. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, man. I appreciate you being here. But Michael says, should I trade Cup for Barkley and Carr? Should I trade Cup for Barkley and Carr? That ain't a bad idea, bro. I think that's okay because if what you're saying, like you need that upside with that quarterback, because I think you could get better than Carr. But that trade is fine too. Barkley and Carr, if you need that running back and that quarterback, I think they can put your team over the hill, over the hump. Because I think I get it trading Cup. Ain't no need to having Cup and he's scoring a lot, but you can't win because your quarterback is not giving you nothing. Your running back's not giving you nothing. So yeah, that's fine to do that. I would rather that's on OnlyFans. You can send me your whole, like I can't do it today, but I would tell you to send your whole list of your team and I'll rate it. That's why I want y'all guys to go to OnlyFans because there I'll rate your team and you can show me the team and I can give you a better answer according to your team. Because I can't tell you just to do that because I don't know the rest of your players. So, but I think you can do it in a vacuum. Alex, what's going on, Alex? I think this is Alex, guys, from the Clubhouse League that we in. God, he knows his stuff, guys. This is a great fantasy guy. I love to debate with him. But I told you about my Cowboys defense, didn't I, Alex? If this the wrong Alex, then I apologize. But, Alex, I told you about my Cowboys defense. But glad to see you here, Alex. Y'all say what up to my homie, Alex. Hey, great guy. He knows his fantasy. Alex says, should I trade away Kittle for Gibson? Non-PPR league. No, I wouldn't do it in non-PPR. Unless you need a running back, Alex. Unless you need a running back. Gibson is more for PPR because you see he took a pass this week. I know it was long, so you got the yards and standard, but I believe they're using a little bit more in the pass game. I don't believe that he's like a Derrick Henry and gives you that value. And I'm not going to tell you to trade Kittle. Excuse me. I'm not saying he got to be Derrick Henry, but he needs to be able to give you 80, 90 yards rushing before I just tell you to go for him in a non-PPR league. So I would say hold off. But if you need him, like I don't know your whole team. If you need a guy and that's the only guy you can get, then you got to do it. Okay. So, Rich, what's going on, Rich? Glad to see you here. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, bro. This is a great community, great fantasy channel. It's cutting edge. But Rich says, what's good, sir? What's good, bro? That's what I say, bro. But I appreciate the respect. He says, how you feel about buying low on A.J. Brown? Traded Brandon Cooks for him. I think that's okay. Because if you traded Brandon Cooks, that means that, like, I don't need Brandon Cooks, but I need some scoring. Like, I don't think Brandon Cooks keeps this up all year. He could get hurt. A.J. Brown is injury prone. I don't think it's a bad idea. Would I have done it? I don't know because I went out to other receivers. But I think it's a good trade. I really do. I think it's a good trade because you buy low on a guy that you know is the number one. Julio can't stay healthy. So if AJ Brown's out there, he's the number one targeted guy in the pass game because Julio is not. He might not be out there week to week. I hate to say that because I thought Julio could stay a little bit more healthy this year, and I still believe that. So yeah, it's nothing wrong with that, bro. Going and get that alpha. Like Brandon Cooks is playing alpha, but he ain't an alpha receiver. Like he ain't like he's got a good like Brandon Cooks might even go to the Hall of Fame because he's done a lot of things consistently, but he don't have the upside that AJ Brown has, the touchdown upside in fantasy. So yeah, I think that it was a solid trade. It was good on bond low for AJ Brown right now. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my sell high right now, guys, before I get to the rest of the questions. And I'm only gonna go for about 10 more minutes too. But so guys, you can sell high on DeAndre Swift. Yes. The reason why I don't know if he can stay healthy for 17 weeks. So right now, while he's booming, you can sell high and get a Saquon Barkley. Yeah, you can get a Saquon or Alvin Kamara, somebody like that, guys. That's going to be if you want Alvin Kamara, you don't got to get if you don't want Alvin, but somebody like that is going to be more consistent, more healthier. And I feel like right now is the time to do it because he's been booming for the last 2 weeks. Another guy, you might not agree with me, but I said what I said. CMC. You got CMC out there. You got Tuba. You waiting. Your team is solid. Go take CMC and see if you can get something special. See if you can go get AJ Brown and Darren Waller and Jonathan Taylor. All three of these guys. I would say do it. Now, if they're not gonna give you 3 killers, don't do it. You stash them because you got CMC. I got one of the most lethal weapons in fantasy. So if you ain't gonna give up, I'm not giving you him for free. So I would say at least 2 players for him, and I'm talking about 2 killer studs. I'm talking about like Cooper Kupp. If you trade CMC, I'm talking about Cooper Kupp and Saquon. I said what I said. So another sell high guy is Mike Evans. I like Mike Evans to sell high. And the reason why, guys, because there's too many targets on this offense. Way too many targets. And I'm not playing that game trying to guess when he's going to boom. So sell high on Mike Evans and get somebody that's going to get more targets consistently every week than Mike Evans. So that's what I would do. Zach Moss is another guy to sell high. I'm not in that with Josh Allen and you just waiting for the green zone, like you Gore, like you the old you remember Gore, the older running back that played for years. He's not him. I don't want none of that. So I would take Zach Moss while he had like 2 touchdowns and flip him for something. I don't know who, but flip him for something. Something a little bit more like a Nyheim Hines. I would flip him for Nyheim Hines. Tyler Conklin, the tight end from the Minnesota Vikings. No. KJ Osborne still to me got more value. I'm not playing Tyler Conklin like he's going to get consistent targets. He's going to get that because they're in a good team. So he's going to get targets at times and get touchdowns. But consistency is what we're talking about here. Kamara, yes, I said what I said. Alvin Kamara is a sell high guy. And I know you want his value because he's Alvin Kamara. His value is going to always be. So in redraft, I would take Kamara and flip him for 2 players to make my team better. Whatever you need. If you need a killer and you see a guy out there, Cooper Kupp, whatever, take Kamara and go get him. Because listen, people want to buy low, so they're actually saying the opposite of what I'm saying. But we know Alvin Kamara is not a sell low. Buy low guy. He's never going to be a buy low guy because as long as he's healthy, and he's healthy, it's just a team. So I would say take Kamara and go get you 2 players to make your team better. Because sometimes you can make your team better by doing a 2-for-1. Derek Carr. Yes, I said it. Derek Carr is a sell high. Now listen, if you don't have to do it if you don't need to, but if you need a player and you got Derek Carr, you can sell Derek Carr for Lamar Jackson right now. A lot of people don't think Lamar Jackson is really going to be a top quarterback this year. So you could take Derek Carr and flip him for Lamar Jackson. I promise you, if you get in the season, Lamar Jackson is going to be way better and consistent. Not saying Derek Carr can't have a good year, but Lamar's going to play out Derek Carr. I believe that. In the way he scores, Lamar's going to be a phenom. Which he already a phenom. And another guy is Aaron Jones. Now, Aaron Jones, listen, I know I'm not a big fan of Aaron Jones, but I would never disrespect his talent. Aaron Jones is one of the most talented running backs. He's a hybrid. He's good in the pass game. He's good running the ball. But is he going to stay healthy for all 17 weeks? I don't believe so. So to me, I would flip him for Austin Eckler. Yes, I would take Aaron Jones and go get Austin Eckler or somebody like that. Yes, Austin Eckler. Yes. So, guys, I just want that was my buy low and sell high list. Let me finish get to the questions. So, James says start Higbee. Hey, subscribe to the channel if you're new, James. Thank you for tuning in. This is cutting edge content. But he says start Higbee or Pitts. Higbee. James says start Godwin or Lamb. Uzi, what's going on, Uzi? What's going on, bruh? Like the stream, guys. That's what he said. Uzi said, I'm leg pressing almost 300 pounds right now, bruh. Hey, you a beast, bruh. You a beast. Keep going to get it, bruh. Hard worker. Lucis. What's going on, Lucis? He said, nice to see you, bruh. Start Burrow or Prescott this week. You got to start Prescott. I like Burrow, but you got too high of a quarterback that you competing with him. So I'm going to tell you Prescott all day. I'm not going to go against no Prescott and tell you to start Burrow, even though I like Burrow matchup today. I think that's me telling you to get too cute. Alex, what's going on? Alex says, also, which two would you start this week out of Saquon, Elijah Mitchell, Kareem Hunt, and Mike Davis? I'm starting Saquon all day. Saquon is when Saquon hit week 8 or 9, it's over. He's gonna be a RB1 for week to week from that time. But Saquon all day. Which two? Saquon and Kareem Hunt. Saquon and Kareem Hunt. Uzi says Mike Williams is a complete stud this year. I love him as a player and for fantasy. Yes, I love him coming out of college, out of Clemson. Matt L, what's going on, bruh? He said, let's go. I come home from school to the live. You got it, bruh. Let's go. Alex says, would you drop either Marvin Jones, Elijah Mitchell, or for Rashad Bateman? Yes. I would drop. I'm going to tell you Marvin Jones because I like Elijah Mitchell. Trey Sermon, he ain't showed me enough yet. And if Kyle Shanahan like Elijah Mitchell, I like Elijah Mitchell because they're going to have some good game scripts and I'm going to want those points. So Marvin Jones is good. He's the number one. He's the target guy on this team, on the Jacksonville team. But you getting a wide receiver. So I'm not going to tell you drop a running back for a wide receiver and then you can end up needing a running back later. So I would say drop Marvin Jones or trade Marvin Jones right now to get something, just to get something, whatever you might need. It don't got to be equal value because you get ready to get Rashad, and then I will pick up Rashad. So yes, man, Rashad Bateman. I would say Marvin Jones, move Marvin Jones, and pick up Rashad Bateman. Uzi says, "What up, Matt?" Okay, so Matt N says, should I start Antonio Brown, Michael Pittman, or Bateman? Antonio Brown. Got to wait for Bateman. I need 1 week. I'm not going to tell you to start him right not now. Matt L says, Uzi, what's up? Trey says, what's good, brother? Evening, brother. What's going on, Trey? Subscribe to the channel if you're new, man. I know you're not new. I'm sorry about that, bro. Glad to see you as always, because you've been here on the last couple lives. But Trey says, evening, brother. 4 PPR. Choose 2. Deontay, Debo, Galladay, or A-Rod. So Deontay was a full practice today. Bro, I'm going to have to go with Galladay and A-Rod. I like Deontay, but I don't know with Big Ben, man. I don't know. It's full PPR. So the safe guy for PPR is Deontay. If he comes out and he's going to get 10 targets, that's easy. But Galladay has touchdown upside and A-Rob has touchdown upside. They haven't looked good the last couple of weeks, but they alphas. They number ones, and they got to give them the ball because they make a lot of money. So I'm following the money with my opinion. I'm going Galladay and A-Rod, even in full PPR. You can go Deontay and Galladay if you want to. So Galladay going to be my answer if you do Deontay. So Deontay, Galladay, or Galladay and A-Rod. Noah, what's going on, Noah? Subscribe to the channel if you're new, man. Glad to see you here. Cutting edge content, bro. He says, if I traded Willie Gibson and A.J. Brown for Saquon, Josh Allen, and Tyreek Hill, would I win the trade? Yes, you would. You would win the trade. Go do that. Go do that. He said, I have good receiver depth. But yeah, you don't need. So I'm trading Willie Gibson and A.J. Brown for Saquon, Josh Allen, and Tyreek Hill. Yes. So you good. I would do it, bro. I would do it. Second take says Packers defense, football team defense. Okay, it's Packers defense, football team defense, Bears defense, Dolphins defense. Start 1 and rank the 4 for the week. Okay, so I'm gonna say Bears defense, Dolphins defense, football team defense, Packers defense. And for this week, I guess I would tell you to go with the Bears defense for this week. Woo! I can't tell you the Packers, man. I know they got a good matchup, man, but I can't tell you the Packers defense. I'm gonna say the Bears defense because they get sacks and they get interceptions, and that type of stuff can win you the week. So I'm gonna say Bears. What's going on, Rondell? What's up, bro? Second take says everyone subbing like cutting edge content. Yes, like up, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you, second take. Rondell said I got a couple trades. He wants CMC for David Montgomery and Josh Jacobs. He wants a couple trades. He wants CMC for David Montgomery. Nope. I'm not doing it. Alex says, at North, you definitely winning that. Ha. Rondell says, or trade CMC for Tyreek Hill and CEH. No, I like Tyreek Hill. Get something else with Tyreek Hill. Not no CEH. If you want to do a trade with CMC, get Tyreek Hill and something else, like Tyreek Hill and A.J. Brown. I'm not CEH because CMC is still CMC. His value ain't going nowhere. The second take says, last week I traded away Corey Davis and Tyson Williams for Josh Jacobs. That guy dropped Tyson and Cory this week in TNT. Wow. Yeah. Rondell says, or CMC for Julio and Gibson. Can't do Julio and Gibson. I like Gibson. So Tyreek and Gibson, if you want to do CMC for Tyreek and Gibson, you could do that and add something else on. But I like CMC for Tyreek and Gibson. I wouldn't do it for Julio and Gibson. Alex says, different. Alex, dude. Okay. I've been around here before, though. Okay. Sorry about that, bro. Tua. He said, what's good, TD? What's good, Tua? Glad to see you here, bro. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, man. MB said, some of y'all got crazy questions. It's okay. That's what they come here for. It's okay. I answer everybody's questions. As long as you're respectful, you're not disrespecting me. And listen, guys, you ain't got to agree with me. I'm never going to get mad because you say, well, I don't agree with that. I'm not going to get mad. But if you start like being funny, talking junk, saying stupid stuff, then it's different. But they good, MB. MB said, y'all asking some crazy questions. They good. The second take says, I'm 3-0 in my league. It's super flex. It's the super flex one. Okay. Do I trade Cup and JT to get CMC? If you can, yes. If your team can deal with that, then I'll say yeah. Because when CMC come back, you got a bell cow. If your team can deal with it, if your team can deal with Cooper Kupp being missing. If you trade Cooper Kupp and you lose, then you lost the trade. Because you need to go ahead and win as many games you can and squeeze Cooper Kupp for what you can get him for. Because he's booming right now. But if you do trade him, I don't like JT, but I think he hits later in the season. So if your team can withstand trading Cooper Kupp, I would do it. Hunter Renfrow for Devontae Adams. I know you're being funny now. But no, you can't do that. You can't do it. Never unless Devontae Adams has a Achilles injury or something. And I'm not speaking that in existence. MB says, going to have a long year asking them kind of questions, huh? At Matt. Second take says Gibson and Woods for AK-41. I don't know about Gibson, but I would do Woods and something else. But I don't, man, Drew Brees ain't coming back this year, so that's rough. But I get it. It makes sense. I think it could be okay. I wouldn't do it, but I think it can be okay. So I'm not going to be disingenuous. Just because I won't do it don't mean it won't happen. He said, you think I'm giving up too little, or should I give up Najee and Woods for AK? No. Don't give up no Najee for no AK-41. Nope. Don't give him up for Alvin Kamara. I think you should hold on to Najee and Gibson because I like Najee and Gibson second. Kale says, how you feel about Antonio Gibson and CEH rest of the season? I like Antonio Gibson. They got to give him the ball. He's young, so I'm not worried about injury. CEH, I don't think he fits with this team. I think they end up trading him or something like that because it just don't fit. They made the wrong pick. Okay, let me get to these last questions, guys, and I'm gonna get out of here. Matt L says some of the best fantasy advice on YouTube for real, bro. Appreciate that, Matt. Appreciate that, bro. Just Dave, there you go. What's going on, Just Dave? Glad to see you here, bro. But Just Dave says Gaskin or Chark in the flex. Chark. I'm gonna say Chark. All right, I gotta head out, guys. Just be safe, Matt. Be safe, bro. Anytime, Matt. Anytime. I got you. Uzi says people still sleeping on Herbert. He's insane and just beat the Chiefs with a game-winning drive. Yes, I'm telling you, he's the GOAT. I think he's gonna be the GOAT of the NFL. He's gonna be the best quarterback of all time. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I accept that. Hip Hop Nation says Darnold, Kirk, or Heineke. I'm gonna say Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold. He said Pitts or Jamal Williams. Jamal Williams. Keith, what's going on, Keith? He said, hey, bro. Bad spot at RB2. Start Gainwell, Tyson Williams, or Damian Harris? Tyson Williams. You got to start Tyson. MB says, I was right about Pittman over D-Hop. Okay. Bro, but you think I never, and I get it, because, hey, that's a good job, bro. But I never tell you to play Pittman over D-Hop. I never do that. I don't play. See, guys, that's why I want y'all to subscribe to my OnlyFans. I want y'all to get the way I play fantasy. And I'm going to show y'all my lineups. I'm actually going to bring my lineups in. Matter of fact, I ain't got time today. But the next live, I'm going to bring in my lineups and show y'all. I'm not debating over no Pittman and D-Hop. I'm not doing that because I played fantasy like that when I was a novice, like 5-6 years ago. And I'm like, no, why did I draft these guys early? So I get it, MB. You can do that. It's like sometimes you can start Cole Beasley over Devontae Adams. You can start Cole Beasley over Tyreek Hill. But am I doing it? I'm going to give advice for people to do that? No. I'm always going to tell you to play Tyreek Hill, D-Hop, those top tier guys. But when it comes to the middle tier guys, then yeah, I'm going to give you advice. And I like Pittman decent. But I'm not going to play him over D-Hop. But I get what you're saying, bro. So that was a good job. Good job, MB. And MB said, I'll try and give a lesser player than Jonathan Taylor because Kupp going to get game plan for later in the season. Yep. CMC not going to have any good game plans to stop him. Yep. At least he's never had so far. I agree. I love that, MB. That's great content right there. Rennie says, last one. What about CMC from Najee and Hopkins? Ooh, I like that. You can do that. And maybe you can get one more lesser player, but I don't want you to be greedy. But yeah, I can see a person doing that, and I think it can hit. Second take says Zeke and Woods for AK-41, and I can try this trade instead. Zeke and Woods. Okay. If you like Alvin Kamara, because Zeke got a lot of touchdown upside. Alvin Kamara, it can change from game to game. If you in PPR, do it. But if you in standard, I would not do this. But in PPR, if you want AK-41, you want Alvin Kamara, it's okay trade. So Tua says, I have Jay Taylor and M. Sanders. Should I flip them both for Najee and CEH? Yes. I like the Najee part is the most important. So you basically giving up Jay Taylor and M. So you basically giving up Taylor and you get Najee. Forget CEH. It doesn't even matter. He just added in. Just Jay said, my guy, I'm here every time I catch you on. Yes, I appreciate it, bro. Anytime, bro. I appreciate you. He says, thanks, you, TD. He says, thank you, TD. You got a good stream today. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. Kevin, what's going on, bro? MB said, yeah, going on from here laughing my ass out. I never suggest that to anyone. Exactly. I got you. That's what I was talking about, MB. I can't tell you to do that. I never tell you. I got to put out content, bro. MB said, just had that feeling. I got you. And I feel you. There's nothing wrong with what you said. I got you. Kevin says, Mike Davis, Gaskin, Tyson Williams, Jamal Williams, McKissick, Peyton Barr, Michael Carter. Pick 2. Tyson Williams, Jamal Williams. Uzi said, Brother Titty, what you think of trading Gibson and Lockett for Kamara? I wouldn't do it. And Lockett? No, because Kamara, he ain't got Drew Brees this year. If he ain't got Drew Brees, then there's no promise that he's going to get targeted like he always have been. So I need to see it from Jameis first. Maybe after a couple of weeks, Jameson pepper him, maybe I'll do it. Uzi says, 10-team non-PPR. Herbert, King, Henry, Gibson, Ridley, Lockett, Mike Williams, DJ Moore, AJ Brown, Elijah Mitchell, Zach Moss, Javonte Williams. Any way I could improve my roster. You could take Zach Moss. This is nitpicking. You could take Zach Moss and trade him for something, but I don't see no way to uptrade. You got DJ Moore. You got Mike Williams, Elijah Mitchell. You straight. There's not really too much you can do to that team other than like try to, swap out Zach Moss for something else to boost whatever you need to boost. Noah says, Calvin Ridley and AJ Brown for Tyreek Hill and Josh Allen be a good trade. Yes, I like that trade. That's fair for both people. Both people is getting whatever they want, it seems like to me in that trade. Matt says, what's good, bro? He said, hope you're doing well. I am. He said, for flex, would you start Singletary, Rondell Moore, or Donnell Mooney? Whoo! I guess I got to say Rondell Moore, man, and I don't like that. I don't like it at all, bro, because I don't trust it. I think Singletary is a little bit more safer. Darnell, I can't even mention him in this conversation, so it's between Singletary and Rondell Moore. I would say Rondell for the boom and Singletary at least to give me a floor of 8 to 9, 10 points. Also have Tyson Williams. Let me see. Yeah, I've definitely played Tyson Williams before Rondell Moore and Darnell Mooney. Kale says Melvin Gordon, Michael Pittman in the flex. Michael Pittman. I say Michael Pittman in PPR, but in standard, I'm going with Melvin Gordon. Vibs, what's going on, Vibs? He said, bro, you think we see Stephon Diggs turn it up moving forward? The targets are there. Yes, he's gonna have some good games, but he's not gonna be a top 5 wide receiver. He's a top 10 wide receiver, but he's not a top 5 guy this year. That's just my opinion. Uzi said, thanks, TD. Anytime, bro. What are your thoughts on really rest of the season? Trade him if you can. He has a few good games, but nothing consistent that can win you a week. So I would say trade him. I like Mike. I like Cordell Patterson Cordell Patterson and Kyle Pitts on this offense because they're the young guys. Oh, well, I'm not going to call Cordell Patterson young, but he's a turn away from Mike Davis. So I don't think this offense runs as smoothly. So I just think that really doesn't give you what you need. I think Cole Beasley outplays really in some weeks. So that tells you enough right there. So I would trade Ridley. Thanks, bro. You think Jacoby Myers is a solid start this week? Yes, I do. Him and Nelson. I'm starting Nelson too. MB said another one for the books. Peace, TD. Anytime, bro. Peace. Who could I trade for Ridley in standard? Who could you trade for Ridley in standard? This is the last question. Ridley. I say Michael Thomas and Jerry Jeudy. I would do Michael Thomas and Jerry Jeudy. Or instead of Jerry Jeudy, I would do Michael Thomas and DK if I could get him. Michael Thomas is the guy that you should go out and get another starting receiver for Ridley. That's what I would do. You think Tyson is still valuable? Yes, because he's still the young guy. So you got in two, they completely take him out and they play Latavius Murray and Devontae Freeman, then I'm out. Tyson's gonna be better. That was just I don't know. That game script was just weird. I think they didn't want to run the ball with Lamar, so they wasn't doing the option. So that's to me that was what was going on with that situation with Tyson Williams last week. Nelson Matt said I won this past week in my Viper League, so I got to steal Dalvin Cook from him. I hope he plays this week. Yes. And I don't know if he plays, but we gotta wait and see. But guys, thank you for tuning in to Fantasy Good Sports. As always, guys, hey, I love y'all guys. I really do. It motivates me to come in here every day and ask y'all and answer y'all questions so y'all can get these championships in fantasy. I love fantasy just as much as y'all do. So I love chopping it up with y'all. My OnlyFans is growing. Please go to my OnlyFans. It's in the chat, guys, and subscribe to my OnlyFans. That's how you show some support to me right now, guys. So, guys, thank you for tuning in to Fantasy Good Sports. Peace. Y'all have a great day.